Welcome to Geopolitics in Conflict Breaking News.
This is information we think you really need to know. So we're telling it to you as soon as we get the information.
The truth is out.
The truth is out.
The truth is out.
The Associated Press just broke a story saying that the Uyghurs have not been the subject of genocide. In Xinjiang province has been lied to, it's been lied about over and over and over again. There are nefarious forces that have influenced some Uyghurs that cause some trouble in Xinjiang.
Indeed, Russ, this has been going on for, how many times we've read, there are this genocide, there are this and that and all that. I was like, wait a minute, where is this coming from? And all it turns out to be nothing but a propaganda.
I've been tracking this very closely for several months now. And what we have is pictures of concentration camps. And then we do a deeper dive into it. And these are schools that have a fence around them.
We have fences in our schools here as well.
What do you know?
It's
and what goes on in those schools is career development. Oh, that's not concentration camp. They're not being re-educated to become communists. They're being educated to become useful members of society. They're also being educated in terms of learn the central language of China, which happens to be
Mandarin.
What do you know?
Yeah.
And what this does is it makes them more economically viable in the workforce. So what we've seen is the Chinese have used their moderate prosperity model to bring a whole very poor province in China into moderate prosperity. What they did is they went in and said, what is this province good for? What locally can we exploit here to bring the population up to moderate prosperity? By the way, we ought to define moderate prosperity in a minute. So what they said is they got fields that will grow cotton.
Wow.
And so what we see right now is the income has tripled, quadrupled, sometimes tenfold what they were making before because they were in poverty. And half the population in Xinjiang province are Mandarin. I'm sorry, are Han, or other Chinese populations.
Yeah.
And so we're not seeing any oppression of these people. We're seeing the standard of living so that they have water, so that they have decent housing, so that they have adequate food, they have adequate health care, moderate prosperity.
Yeah.
And so this is a wonderful success story of the central government bringing people up out of poverty, which is the government saying, we're here to take care of our people. What a concept.
Exactly, Russ. But also, this is also now highlights this propaganda that's the West has been embarking on, bore no fruit whatsoever. The truth came out and that's what we've been saying sometimes. We mentioned it. We didn't talk quite deeply on it. There are others who've been talking about all this, that they live in the area and they are aware of this. But it was like, didn't make any sense as to the question I was always asking is, what was the purpose of the propaganda for that? And now the truth came out that when you have Associated Press, and he has a good reputation.
Oh, yeah.
Mind, just to let you know, I've been reading some of their articles and I fact-checked their articles, the content of their articles. They are reputable. They have a good reputation. I usually read their stuff. But for them to come out now and say, hey, it was all a lie, makes you question one thing now is, why now?
That is a good question.
Why now? Because when you take this into consideration, what was taken with Taiwan, when you take this into consideration, what's going on in Hong Kong, as a matter of fact, because the president is going to go into, Herein had just gave a speech recently, because their election is coming up soon, whatever. We all know what happened in Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah.
And who was behind it? All this, because those are the legitimate questions that we need to ask as to why now? Why this didn't appear 6 months ago? Because the timing always play a major role, especially when it comes down to geopolitical shifts. Things don't happen at random.
Yeah.
There is no randomness in geopolitics. There is always calculated objectives or calculated actions. And to me, that's the question. The burning question is, why now? Obviously, the West realized we can win this, because that's, to me, the way I look at it. So that's
that's probably the takeaway for this.
Yeah, exactly, Ross. It's because, as you mentioned earlier, economically speaking, you're gonna see now more improvements from those ethnicities in the region
Yeah.
you were talking about, and it's a win-win for everybody.
All the major corporations that were getting cotton out of Xinjiang,
Mhm.
they said, well, we can't do that anymore because they're camps of concentration.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to open up Xinjiang province to even more prosperity. Those corporations can no longer claim any of this bad stuff is going on there.
Exactly. And now it's up to China to decide whether they will let them do business there or not. It's their country.
Better, cheaper products when we go to Walmart.
Exactly. You're absolutely correct. Well, we hope you find this information very useful, because as we always wanted to bring you the truth, that's what matters the most. And eventually the truth always comes out.
Yes.
That's no matter what. So we hope you find it very, very informative.
Thank you for watching.
And also remember to subscribe if you have not done so already, because we are edging closer to our
$70 million target. 70 million projects.
Yeah, it would be nice. $70 million too. That would be nice. But on a serious note, we are moving forward with that thanks to your support, and please spread the word about the channel. But also we want to let you know about the membership we just established now through our website, the geopoliticsinconflict.com. Please go and check it out. You'll find it very, very useful. And as always, stay informed. Till next time. Bye-bye.